I just want to quit client work so badly. It's like the first time in 3 years I've really considered this, and it's just because I cannot just work on someone else's dream while mine dies. For the past few years, I've been making over $100,000 a year with video editing. I've landed some of my dream clients, generated millions of views, and for a long time people have been wondering who's the person behind the videos I've edited. It felt like I had everything I wanted, every editor's dream. But nobody told me what happens after you reach the success. And I've slowly realized that my dream was slowly turning into a nightmare that was more and more difficult to escape from. This is the full story of how I got to this point, how it all started to fall apart, and all the things I wish I knew sooner. I started making videos 6 years ago. Back then I was just in high school, and that time was just making videos for fun, not really thinking about money. But slowly, as I got better and better at it, and looking at my bank account, I just wanted to make some money out of it. I was grinding out videos every day, watching tutorials and getting some coaching from the people I've worked with.
Pro video editor.
And fast forward a few years, I got hired to work on many projects, including weddings, commercials, short form videos, long form videos, literally everything. At this stage, I wasn't making a lot of money, but I was learning a lot from all of these different type of videos that I was doing. And in August, I was doing cold emails to potential clients, but on a random day I finally got a response from my emails from possibly one of my dream clients, and as you can imagine, I was pretty hyped about it. Now I started working for him part-time, and after a few weeks he gave me an offer to work for him for full-time. It was the most amount of money I've ever seen in my life, so I just accepted on the spot. So I started working for him and things were going great. The videos were getting a lot of views, I was happy, he was happy. My routine basically was wake up, school, work, sleep. I was working all day long, but I didn't mind it at the time because I liked it. But work slowly started getting more and more demanding because my client got bigger and he just wanted to grow his personal brand even more. I slowly started getting into what we call golden handcuffs, which means I got paid well, but I didn't really have any free time. And this is the first mistake that I've made, and I didn't really see anyone talk about it. When you start editing, trading time for money really makes sense, because you're learning and you're building skills, you're basically getting paid to practice. But in a few years, you're basically still doing the same thing. Basically, every dollar you earn requires you to sit in front of your timeline and work. And no edits means no money. You wanna take 2 weeks off? Can't. Your clients are waiting for their videos to be edited. You want to travel? You will be editing inside a hotel room. So if you really think about it, it's not smart to only rely on this as your only source of income. But for me back then, it wasn't a problem. I was enjoying it, well, until, yeah, things went bad after that. So this client was now starting to send me more and more work. I was also getting some help from my brother with some animations, and even with 2 people it was still difficult to finish everything in time. This is just to give you a perspective of how much stuff there was to do. I was young, I didn't think there was an issue having 2 people work like 24/7. So eventually, as you probably guess, I hit burnout. I tried editing, but now the videos didn't turn out as good as they were before. I remember feeling very confused by his feedback because in my eyes the videos weren't really that different, maybe not as inspired as before, but still they were high quality. Basically, a few weeks ago everything was going perfect, but now everything seemed crashing down, like I was getting fired any day from now. And it was really scary because this was my entire income. So I was still lost, not knowing exactly what was the issue here. I just kept moving forward and just tried to make things as good as I possibly could. In general, I just viewed it as a me issue, but what I didn't see is that the amount of work that we were doing wasn't sustainable to do 24/7 every single day. And the worst part about it is that I was building someone else's dream, someone that could fire me and replace me in a week. Every video you edit goes on someone else's channel, grows someone else's brand, and builds someone else's audience. I edited hundreds of videos over the years for one brand. Even after I left, all their videos were still on the channel, still getting views, still making them money. That's the deal with client work. You pour all your energy into an asset that you don't own. The work you're most proud of, it's on someone else's channel. And even if you deliver a year worth of good work, a bad month of bad work can instantly get you fired or replaced. Things were ramping up again. He was very pleased with the videos I was making, and I got a huge relief because things were going great. The only thing that I could have complained back then was that I couldn't really go anywhere because I had to build a backlog of videos, so my client had everything he needs just to run his business as normal without me, which was pretty difficult. So even though I was making a lot of money, I couldn't really enjoy it. After about a year, in March 2025, I bought the car that I've always dreamed of owning. Even though I didn't know it yet, this was a complete turning point in my journey.
So today, guys, we are gonna buy our dream car.
Guys, what the actual
Because up to this point, I didn't really see what was possible. But now I saw that actually achieving all my dreams was possible. And I just wanted to do more and become much better at everything I did and just grow. Now, in the past, I've tried to become more involved with the actual content creation process and actually help them a lot more, not just editing, but they didn't seem to want me to do that. I was basically ignored. So I just thought, let's just start my own channel. And that's exactly what I did in April 2025. Now, I always wanted to build my own channel and do videos that I really cared about. And now it seems like with this client, things were now easier. Now I was still working full-time for him, but it felt like I was a normal employee, like actually having some time off from my family and just friends in general, not working 24/7.
holy shit.
5,000, close to 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. It felt like the perfect balance between keeping my client happy and doing my own thing. But 9 months later, in January 2026, things were about to change a lot and all the plans I had would be put to a stop. So I got this client in 2023 basically. Back then I thought it was great money and it went well for a while. But naturally, after 2 years with inflation and me wanting to grow, my pay was really the same. So in general, with editing, even though the difference between an okay editor and a great one is huge, most clients aren't willing to pay more than 5-10k a month just for their videos to be edited, because there's only as much as someone is willing to pay for you to edit a YouTube video or a vlog. It's like it kinda has like an invisible ceiling that you cannot pass because it's still like just video editing. And for a business, it also doesn't always translate higher quality videos like more revenue. So I realized this, and this is the reason I switched to YouTube. In January, New Year's resolution started. You know how I said things got easier and I didn't find myself working all day just to keep this client? Well, that completely would change. We are back now at how things used to be, which was pretty bad news for me, and now things were even worse than when they started. I had this client that I really cared about and I wanted to keep him happy, but I also had my YouTube and Instagram that I wanted to grow. So pretty soon I realized that balancing these two things was impossible. I needed to sacrifice something here, and the decision really got much easier when the client requested like nearly 3 times more videos. After trying to talk to him and try to figure things out, I realized that our goals weren't aligned at all here. I felt like instead of trying to work things out and just make both sides happy, he was just caring about his brand and just getting as many videos from me as possible. It felt like after 3 years of working with him, he would just treat me like someone he would just fire any week. I don't really blame him for this because he was just trying to build his business. That's the most important thing for him, and just build his dream, but that's not where I wanted to be. So a week ago, I quit.
Huge Canon event. We just wrote this message.
And now I was working full-time on my own content, and that felt like the right choice. It feels like a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders and I can finally focus on just building my own thing. And now if you'd ask me what I wish I would have done differently from someone who actually achieved what most editors call success, this is what I would say. Client work is how you learn, it's how you get paid to learn, but from day one know that you probably won't last a lifetime with this client. All of this has an expiration date. You're building skills and capital for what comes next. Now, second point here what you're positioning. For me, I started this collaboration as a kid 3 years ago. So when I started, I was a kid, but after 3 years, I've mastered editing and I've went through a lot of shit. But to them, I was still that same kid. So know that you have to go into a collaboration as a real creative person, not just someone who edits their videos. Point number 2, build your own channel from day one. Because your channel is an asset that you own. Every video you post on it, it compounds. It builds an audience that knows you. It brings you leads and opportunities for better clients that otherwise would have never seen your work, and you would just be stuck doing the same boring ass videos. And number 3, diversify your income. Multiple clients if possible, make money from digital products and your own content. Now if you found this video useful and want to see more videos from me, just click the subscribe button and I will see you on the next one. Peace.